So hello everyone, welcome back and thanks for joining us for the day 2 of WordPress crash course. I hope most of us has already joined or we'll be waiting for some more minutes before we discuss. If any one of you have any questions regarding the process, I hope all of you have tried installing WordPress on their systems. If you have any questions, if you feel shy about asking it in the group, you can directly ask that on Slack channels or chat inside Teams over here. So feel free to do that. We have many experts over here who have been working with WordPress and they can answer your queries very easily. So today, guys, we are going to talk about the architecture of WordPress. How does WordPress organizes everything inside it, and how does things works around. And the most important thing about learning the architecture of WordPress is because this is what will help you in developing themes, in developing plugins, in developing different high modular backends for uh, your own WordPress CMS. So let's quickly jump in. By the way, for those of you who are new today, I'm Aman. I am Chief Technology Officer at Twimbit. Along with me, I have Siddhant, who is the Senior Backend Developer at Twimbit, and he'll be also guiding you through the technical part of WordPress. And I'll be trying to cover you with the basic concepts that can help you understand WordPress better, and then you can also do a better coding. So what we are going to learn in today's lecture is, first of all, we'll be understanding the full functionality and different templating system that WordPress has. And this will help you in understanding why there is a certain file that exists in a directory and what are the different folders which are responsible for different things that are happening around in WordPress. Also, we'll see what are the different WordPress installation files and folders. We'll be also seeing PHP Myadmin, which is the central console for managing your database. We'll be understanding more about WordPress Permalinks, which helps you navigate your website and also helps you improve your site SEO. And then we'll be also seeing what are page templates. So let's dive in. So first of all, to understand the architecture of WordPress, you have to imagine it like flowing river stream. So whenever a person enters the website, whenever he encounters the URL, which can be your home index.html or any website, it has certain rules that it has to go through before finally entering into your actual website. So every website every page has certain predefined structure of content that it already has to have, such as header. Header is the section which includes the top head code, the included subfiles. If you want to include the title, the things that you include in your HTML head body. Then you have the content. This is the main part where you actually have the main body of your structure, and here is how the dynamically content gets populated, which is executed from the database. Then you have your own sidebar and widgets. This also gets populated inside the body, and this is responsible for showing some widgets that has to occur across all sections of your websites. And then at last you have your footer. You can include your analytics code, or you can have your footer bar, anything like that in your footer, whatever you'll be including in your footer HTML. So we'll be diving into all of them shortly, and these are the different file extensions that you will see in WordPress directory. They can be template files. These all that end with .php are template files, and their name is very important. If you change the name, it would stop functioning. WordPress administration recognizes these names, and it goes one by one according to this name terminologies that we have given. Maybe Siddhant can show you when he is doing the practical that what happens when you change the name or adds a wrong name, it won't populate. So you don't need to include any file. WordPress recognizes the files itself, but yes, you have to be sure about the naming of these files. You cannot change them. Next thing you need is style sheet files. All of us already know what style sheets are. It adds structure and styling to your all website. When you have JavaScript file, you can work with PHP, and you can also work on client-side code using JavaScript to have some kind of dynamic functionalities. Then you have your own image files, video files, and other kind of media files that will be included. So when you see, whenever you have installed your WordPress, you will see something like this. This is the directory that you can see when you install WordPress. So we'll be going one by one into each of these things. So WP admin is the core admin place where all the admin functionalities of WordPress occurs. Here you will also see the login page, the dashboard. All these files has to be here. You should not ever touch this WP admin folder. There is nothing that you have to edit. These are the core files. So you just need to know that if any file is getting access to WP admin without your authentication, or it's editing or asking you to delete something from WP admin, don't do it. It would stop the functionality of the whole platform and you won't be able to do it. Similarly is the case with WP includes. WP includes all the assets and required files that whole website needs in order to perform its functionalities. The thing that you need to know about is the WP content. So WP content is the place where you add your own plugins and functionalities. WordPress recognizes WP content as the main source of these things. So for example, if you are trying to create a new plugin, you would probably do it inside the plugins folder, which is inside the WP content library. Then if you are trying to do something like themes, you will have that inside themes. Uploads contains all your media assets, even if it's images, MP3 files, any Word document or PDF document, everything is inside uploads. And also you should not touch any index.php folder. This is just a directive file which tells the WordPress directory of how to navigate through these pages. So to just quickly recap, WP content is our folder which we have to always keep in mind when developing something on WordPress. Rest of them are very much important for WordPress to function well, and you should not edit them. Next one that you might be interested in is WP config. WP config is the configuration file that contains the salt, the database link, and all those things that needs the configuration part of the whole website. So rest of all these things are stored inside PHP Myadmin, that is the SQL client to store all information, and other things are inside this plugin. Cool. So let's jump next. Next we have, Sid, do you want to show the demo of this directory first, or do you want to do it after I'm done with the whole theory? Sid? Okay, maybe Sid is somewhere else. So let me cover up this thing, and then maybe Sid can take you through the practical demo of the whole thing. Then next thing you have, sorry, yes, Sid?
No, internet stopped working, so I don't know what happened.
Okay, cool. So maybe I was just saying that after I'm done with this theory part, you can cover up the practical part and you can show the live directory and how WP config and other file works.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the next thing is like PHP Myadmin. So if you have used XAMPP or Apache, you will be familiar with PHP Myadmin. It's a place where you actually manage your SQL database. Now you must have heard a lot about databases. There are two main types of databases. One is SQL and one is NoSQL. So SQL stands for Structured Query Language, and NoSQL, as its name suggests, it's not a structured query language. So when you talk about tables, rows, columns, these are the things that we say that it is a structured manner of showing data. And when you talk about binary trees, graphs, heaps, all these things comes into non-structured data, and that goes into NoSQL, which can be which can be said a classic example of MongoDB or database systems like that. WordPress uses SQL databases because of its coding functionality. So you cannot use any other database which is not SQL. You have to use which is SQL only. If you have used XAMPP to install your Apache server, then you would be having the default configuration of using MariaDB or MySQL, which works in a similar manner. There is no much difference between that. So you just need to turn on your server and you need to go to localhost/php myadmin, and you would be able to see all the files that all the databases. We are concerned with the database that we use for our current website. So for example, if Twimbit is our current website and this is the database that we have used to store files, then you would be interested in this particular database. Other databases are not concerned with us. So database is nothing but collection of different tables, and you can see these are the by default tables that comes
We
inside.
can't see anything other than this slide.
Sorry.
You are showing something.
Yes.
So we can't see because the only slide is coming.
Can everybody see, or there is a problem in seeing the slides?
We are able to only see the third slide, introduction to my PHP admin.
Yeah. So that is what I'm showing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you are able to see my pointer, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So
Yes,
that's
yeah.
what I'm showing. There is nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Good. So these are the default tables that comes included inside the database. These are by default installed when you install WordPress directory, and other tables are added simultaneously when you add a new plugin or do you install a new functionality into your WordPress site. So you should not change the schema or any of the rows or columns of these existing tables. You should be very careful when you are doing that. It can crash the whole website. So let's go one by one and see what these tables do. So WP comment meta and WP comments is something which is related to post comments. In WordPress, users can choose to comment whenever someone posts like adds a new post or a page, so they can comment to it. And this is where all these comments are stored. WP links are nothing but the linkage files between the media that is embedded inside a post and which is hosted actually inside the media folder. Then you have WP options. This consists of all dynamic configuration. For example, what is the default URL, what is the admin path, and all those information. Then post and post meta is something which is related to the posts that you have inside of WordPress. Then you have terms, which is categorizing different posts into different tags and taxonomies. Here is where they are stored them. And then you have relationships and taxonomies, which also holds the relationship. WP users is the place where you have the tables for all users that will be using your WordPress. So this is a quick recap. There is nothing much that you have to actually do in WordPress database table, because you have to be concerned. You have to know just the WordPress API. WordPress writes the MySQL commands for you. You just need to use WordPress API functions in order to interact with the database tables. Then last thing is WordPress permalinks. Permalinks is the links that you use to present different information inside your whole WordPress setup. So you can choose to go inside settings and permalinks, and then you can configure and show what kind of architecture you want to give to the links. For example, here our home URL is localhost/twimbit. This can be your normal websites like mobileweb.dev, and then it can have this dynamic uh, variable that here in our case is category, where it would say that it should consist the category slug over here and post name over here. You must be hearing a lot about slugs. Slugs is nothing but the URL terminology of any post. So the term that you used to describe a post in form of a URL is known as slug. So next you can see, for example, if we have put the category parameter over here, and our category is something like news. So it can be localhost/twimbit/news/ the name of your own posts. So with that, this is all the theory part that you should know about WordPress permalinks, PHP Myadmin, then the root directory where everything is installed, the total templating structure, and that's it. Sid, over to you. You can show the practical now.
Okay, thank you. So now I'll be doing the practicals. There's only one practical we're going to do right now. Let me share my screen first. So this is here. Okay. So last slide, which is here, creating a custom page template. So before this, let me show you the structure of which someone told you before. There was structure of theme folders of htdocs where we have installed our WordPress before. Here it is. And you should open this folder of WordPress in your code editor. I'm using PHP Storm, so you can use any code editor you want. VS Code. Hello? Everyone can listen to me?
Yes.
Oh, thanks.
Continue.
So right click on it and open in your code editor. I'm using PHP Storm. You can use any code editor you want. So here is the structure of your WordPress files and folders. So already told you about WP admin, what it does. It's a core. You don't want to change anything in it. So just leave it as it is. And WP content. This is the folder in which you will find your working directories, which is plugin and themes. We will be changing them in future. Now this is here also WP includes. It is also a part of the WordPress core, so you don't need to change anything in here. Changing this would crack your WordPress. And there's one file, WP config. This is the file which you are interested in, because in this file you save your database name, your user, your password, your host, and everything that you have done yesterday by setting up your WordPress. So everything it is in here. Okay, so let's create a custom theme. This before creating a custom theme, you need to go to your WP content folder, and after that search for the theme folder. This is themes, and open it, and you can already see that there are three themes, 2020, and these are the WordPress default themes. WordPress provides. Let me show you how this looks. Previously, we have installed the mobile web dev or installation setup for WordPress. Go for accessing your admin area, you need to write your WP admin after your website name. This is your website name. So going in appearances and themes, here you find all the themes. So these are the themes 2020, 2019, and 2017, which are already installed by default. So WordPress gives you these themes by default. So you can start working in them, or you can create your own. So in this lecture, we are going to create our own. So that we can know how can we set up page custom template. So inside theme, let's create a folder. I'm not going to tell you about how we can create a theme, because we have another section for developing a theme in future. So I'm just giving you a brief introduction of creating a custom page. It's a short, very short. So create a directory inside themes folder. Gave it a name, my theme. So this is here, and inside it you need to create another file, which is style sheet, CSS file. The name is style.css. So here it is, style.css, and type your some instructions for WordPress to know about this theme in comments. So give a theme name. My theme, and author who's creating it. Give a description. Last, you can give version to this theme. So versioning is very important in WordPress for caching purpose. And give it a 1.0. Okay, and last, you need to create another file, content display. As I told you, the file, there is a need to be a file for content display. So WordPress starts its content from a file called index.php. This file should be named as like this, index.php, because if you change this file name, WordPress won't recognize this and will throw an error. It can't find this file. I will show you how this works. Okay, so I'm giving it a name, so you'll know that this file is getting executed. So I think this is a basic structure for creating your theme. Okay, let's head back to our dashboard. It's taking time. Sorry about this. So here it is, our theme, my theme, which I've created right now. So this is our first theme. So created by Siddhant, and description, version, and everything's here. So what I'm going to show here is going inside a page. As you know, posts and pages are two things in which you can show your content. So we are talking about here pages. So let's create another page, new page, and give it a title, my page. Any content you want to give. And to the right side, you can see here some information which you can attach to your page. And inside the page attribute section, you see here inside the page attribute section, you can set a custom template like this here. But right now the template won't work because we haven't created any template. So this is a default template, is this area. This is a default template. Let me publish it. And of course, why you want to use the template inside a page? This is a good question, because you see the pages are here. There are a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages, and all 5 pages will have a same layout. See, this is the same layout. Let me preview it. This is the same layout, and for this page, it's also having a same layout. So in theme, there's generally a same layout for all the pages. But if you want custom template for a single page, for a particular single page, you need to create a custom template for that. Okay, so this was the page, sample page we have created here. Oh, sorry, right here. This is there. So this page we have created. So we need to give it a custom template. And how can we do that? By creating another file in your theme directory. My theme. I created this. So create another file.
I think you are mute.
Hello, you can listen me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, sorry about that. How long I was mute? Hello, how was
Yes.
how long I was mute?
Almost for 2 minutes.
It's about 2 minutes.
2
Now
minutes.
continue.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, maybe you can start with this template again, and you can just quickly tell you what is done.
So the creating a custom template, you need to create a file in your theme folder. So this is the file I've created right now. You have seen it. So my voice was gone, but don't worry. So in this theme file, there's a comment section I've created here inside the PHP tag. So in this, I've given a name, template name to this template. This template name WordPress recognizes, so that it's a custom template. And template, this is a template post type in which you write here because your custom post types, page, post, and whichever post type you will create, you can give it here, and WordPress will recognize to give it as a page attribute to assign. So now we are done with our custom page template, and I'm going to give it a name, h1 tag. Okay, so now custom page template, it's ready. Index.php, style.css, everything's ready. Let's head back to our dashboard. Appearances, themes. This is our theme which we have created. Now activate it. You need to activate it to show effects on WordPress. So we have activated our theme. So in this theme, there is nothing right now. It's just an index.php file.
Sid, we lost you. You are on mute.
Sorry, sorry about that. I don't know. Hello, now I'm audible.
Yes, carry on.
Thank you. So I have activated my theme, which I've created. And inside my theme, as you can see, there's a custom page template and index. And if you visit every page and post and pages in your theme, what you are going to see is index file. Let me show you. I'm going to visit my page title. So custom page, I've already given it a custom, sorry. So here it is. Okay. And pages. So my page. Preview. Index file, because this is the main file. The WordPress recognizes it as index file. And now if I would like to change this, I mean, everything in this file is showing here, my page template and my page, this thing. Let's head back to the document section, the right hand side, and in page attributes, my custom page template is showing up here. You can see it here, and this is the name I have given my custom page template, this name. If I set this to a page, what it will do, it will refresh it and says my custom page template. So this is how we set custom page template to a page. And simply if I remove this from here and update it, you can see it's back to index file, which is this. This is the main file in WordPress. So this is how you set your custom page template for a page. Okay, and now if you would like to set for a post, you need to do just do here, save post, type your post. This is a capability for this template to show where you want to show it. Just type in template post, type pages, type post, or you can type any custom post, which we will discuss tomorrow class. So let's head back to dashboard, and inside here post, create a new post, give it a title. Title is important for permalinks, and this is my custom template which I have given. It's a capability of post here, this post capability, and publish. And you preview it, you will see custom page template. So now you have successfully set a custom templates to your pages and post. So this is how you can set. So guys, this is it for today practical, and we will be having a quiz, a short quiz. Aman, you want to say something?
Thank you.